Hey YouTube, Herbal Pepper here. I wanted to show you guys this right here on the computer. It's Nat Geo's Doomsday Preppers website. Now, it's not a big deal until you start looking, and it has some really interactive stuff. It shows you things like what would happen if a earthquake or a EMP, and it shows you the affected area in the United States and whatnot. But I wanted to show you what they have here, and they think they're slick, but they're not. See this continue to the survey? You click that, so it goes through the whole process. Let me go down here, and it shows you how many gallons of water you have stored, and then when you answer that question, it takes you to the next question, which is, do you have a renewable water supply? And then you have this question and this question. Go to the next one. How much food do you have stored up? Go to the next one. Do you have any renewable food supply? And do you have means to replenish food supply? What kind of climate do you live in? How densely populated is your area? Do you have a bunker or a safe room? Yeah, go ahead and tell us where that's at. Do you have means to generate electricity? Do you have means to heat, cool your location? Do you have means to cook the food at your location? Do you have a bug out location? Do you have enough fuel to get there? Do you have a plan? Do you have any specialized training? What is your level of expertise? Let's see. And then there's base. Oh, okay, that's part of the question. How many firearms do you own? Now, if you weren't alarmed, let me get this off my wrist. If you weren't alarmed before then, you need to be now. In America, really shouldn't be anybody's business how many firearms you own, if you own any at all. Because let me tell you something, guys. The time that comes when you need to bury your firearms in your backyard, unfortunately, is also the time when you need to dig them back up. Because this right here is alarming. Basically, they're asking about your ammunition. How much ammo do you have stored up for each weapon that you own? Do you have any security enhancements? They want to know if you have night vision, body armor, nuclear and chemical protection gear, non-lethal weapons, fortification. I mean, they're not being shy or timid about it, are they? How many able-bodied preppers are in your group? What is the average skill of each person in your group? Are you prepared for a medical emergency? They want to know if you have antibiotics stored, medical supplies. Are you medically trained? Yeah, just tell us everything. Do you have means of communication, short range, long range? Do you have a bug-out vehicle? And they go on to ask about the type of vehicle, diesel, whatnot. Do you have items for bartering? Do you have currency, gold, silver, alcohol, etc.? How well can you handle an emergency? And then for all that, we will give you your score. And we will tell you how long you will live. Just as they do for the Doomsday Prepper people that actually go on the show. Now, like I said, guys, y'all might not find this to be alarming, but when they start asking such questions, now me as a prepper, or whatever you want to call me, a homesteader, I don't share certain information. You don't share how much you have stored. You don't share where you're storing it. You don't share with how long you plan on having enough to store. Because if you say, oh, I'm going to have enough stored for 20 years, well, they can calculate about how much food you're going to need for 20 years or whatever. That's just an example. There's certain things that you don't share, and it's everything on there was not something that you wouldn't share. Some of that you can tell, but ammo and food and bug out locations, bunker locations, and you don't think they can find out that stuff, guys. They can track you. It's very simply done, and I just wanted to point this out to you guys and see what y'all thought about it, but it was quite alarming for me. Y'all stay safe and be blessed.